Welcome everybody. This is Khizr Ahmed, Director of Khizr Technologies Private Limited. Today we have a webinar on social media and cyber security. Over to you, Madhu Satyanarayan.
Thank you so much, Kizar. First and foremost, a warm welcome to all of you who are present here. And thank you, Kizar, for all the wonderful sessions that you keep conducting, and Kizar Technologies for this
Pleasure,
platforms
Madhu.
that they've been creating. And first and foremost, we are talking about the most sensitive topic, which is the cybersecurity and social media today. And I'm really great and humbled to be a part of this session because this is the most important aspect, like how we have the viruses outside, the viruses are inside, and all the technologies that these are the first viruses that we've been fighting for a long time. And that's the virus that we will be talking about today, and not the virus which is affecting millions there, but the virus which is taking away a lot of identities and a lot of issues for children in a day-to-day activity. And this nowadays it's increased even more. And to talk about this, I have Dr. Lata Murthy, who will be taking over this platform and talking about the importance of how we can keep ourselves safe from the cyber threats that we've been facing across the world.
Sure. Thank you so much, Mr. Khizr Ahmed, for hosting this event.
My pleasure.
And thank you so much, Mr. Madhu Satyanarayan, for introducing. That was wonderful. And I welcome everyone on behalf of everyone. So today's hot news, I hope you have all heard about. Cyber criminals leak personal data of 2.9 crores job-seeking Indians on dark web for free in one of the hacking forums, according to online intelligence firm called Cyber. Anybody heard about it? Yes, good. The company had recently revealed hacking of Facebook and Sequoia funded Indian educational technology firm Unacademy. We usually see these sort of leaks all the time, but this time the message header got our attention as it included a lot of personal details, where most of the things are generally static, such as education, address, email IDs, contact numbers, and more. Now, as noticed, cyber criminals are always on the lookout of such personal information to conduct various nefarious activities such as identity theft, scams, and corporate espionage. We have been trying to ensure that we always call everyone. We always, say, protect and secure your data, isn't it? Everybody talks to each other. Supposing a friend of mine calls me and says that you have to protect and secure your data. I say, yes. How do we go ahead with that? Now, we have advanced fraud protection. Everybody must have heard about that as well. Then we have digital identity trust. We also have online cyber degree programs which teaches cyber security management and security certification training, etc. I think Khizr Technologies is also into some type of online certification courses. Khizr?
We are doing some online certification courses from the month of June. We will be revealing the posters through social media very soon.
All right, that's wonderful. So in case you have such programs, you should include something related to cyber and social media as well.
100%. And next week we are planning to do a webinar also for school children on cyber security for the students and all.
That's very great.
Yes,
okay.
thank you.
Now talking about US, we are not talking about the COVID-19 and all in US. Okay, we are talking about US. 77% of US Americans have a social media profile. Okay. Now in India, how many of you think? How many of us are into social media platform?
Around 30% of the Indians, including the students, under 18 years of age.
All right. Okay.
Just a prediction.
So very good. So students have become addicted to this. Without that, they are unable to, do anything in, in a progressive manner. Now, Americans have a social media profile which presents about 77%, as I mentioned. Okay, and a great opportunity for everyone to start businesses as they get lot of data, lot of information, which leads for the growth of their businesses. I believe it is an excellent opportunity for the grow your business concept. Let it be any type of business or services. Like we reach to millions of people who would be interested in the products and services of companies. Like we have YouTube channels, we have Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Snapchat, LinkedIn, Twitter, and anything else? We create our own blogs, isn't it? All right. So we get to know the products and services for better. And we also provide better customer services. And we gain valuable insights. We also see how audiences perceive businesses. And this improves overall marketing campaign. Without marketing campaign, no companies can progress. Now, we also have the ability to post organic content, which in an incredible benefit to social media for business. This is giving a very good opportunity for many people in the social media nowadays. Now, posting of photos, videos, and more has become a trend nowadays. Not only the younger generation, even the adults and the older people, they do the same. It has become a habit of clicking selfies, clicking photos, and keep on posting in all the social medias. We've got some TikTok and all which has come up. Let it be everybody and anybody. Anybody can do anything on the social media. They can share, they can retweet, they can repin, and the content on these platforms, they can write the contents on these platforms, and they can do so many things. They can interact, they can post things on the social media. How far do you think all this is helpful? Now, I think in a way, this is good and advantageous as well to grow your followers and earn more leads. It is a great catalyst, I can say, for driving traffic to your businesses, websites, isn't it? Now, even educational institutions post their advertisements for admissions. And whatever they are doing in the school, they have got their Facebook pages. They encourage more likes on the pages and all that. Why do they do that? Because without admissions, no school, no institution will function. So we need social media. We need to advertise. We need the marketing campaign and all these to happen. Now, one should also understand that without advertisements and marketing campaign, we remain unknown to the society. Nobody knows us. Now, what are we doing today? We are talking, we are discussing about this, isn't it? So why are we discussing about this? Because we want to spread across to as many as people possible, isn't it? So we are also in the social media today. Now, if you ask someone about an institution, whether you know that institution or you don't know the institution, at that point of time, if that institution has done good branding, good marketing and all that, at that point of time we'll be available to know, yes, that institution exists. I have seen that institution in the newspaper. I have seen it in the website and so many other things in the social media and everywhere. That would be the answer. Unless they have constantly been seen everywhere, we would not get to know. So that's the reason the social media or social network helps the institutions to grow. Children nowadays are on internet. Since the time all these started, like COVID-19 started, and then there's a lockdown. And during this time, we have ample of time in hand. So, but now what has happened is that they have more time and they are more attached to the internet usage facility at home. Now, schools and colleges have started digital learning and students find more time to be in front of the system. They're learning, they're studying, and for some time, what do? They unlearn, is it? What do? They will learn, and later on, they want some time to be spent in the social media. I mean, they look at the social network, they look into different websites and all that.
PUBG, ma'am.
Yes. You want to say something?
They'll be playing PUBG and all these games.
They'll be playing PUBG. Yes, very true. And they have some games and whatnot. They do whatever they want to, isn't it? Because they have been given the freedom now. They feel that parents have given them the freedom to do whatever they want to. Okay, but what happens is that in case there is no adult supervision, their mind is so impulsive, which leads to all wrong websites. Basically, I just want to say that our students between the age of 8 to 18 have to be educated on the social media and cyber security platform. And what you're doing, Kaiser Technology, going ahead and giving a talk about social media and cyber security for the students, it's a very good idea. You have to do it because the children have to understand, and even the parents have to understand about it.
Exactly.
Now, people use social media to post content they love, but they also share their experiences they don't love. They don't like whatever they don't like. They will not post. Sometimes, in Facebook, there might be some likes. Some people might post a negative comment on you, whatever you have posted. What happens? That negative content is seen by others too. Correct? Don't others also see the whatever has been shared? Yeah, it is open to everyone, isn't it? So sharing of experiences they don't love or they don't like, and then poor experiences are also shared. Now, supposing I take a washing machine from a company and then I don't like, so what I do? I say that no, this company is not good, that company is not good, and I have taken this washing machine, it's not helping me. They have a very bad service they are very bad service providers. Isn't it? So I give a negative feedback on the social network. Then what happens? These things, people can spread it across full network, all the networks. In their network, everybody has got, groups, everybody has got whatever. We have got a WhatsApp also, isn't it? WhatsApp also, we do the same thing. We share each and everything. Then social media platforms are also catalysts for complaining and seeing and believing all these. There are many people that there are some obligations. They feel that no, it's not good. You don't think that everybody is on social media. There are few people who are not there. They find it as an obligation and they don't get into social media at all. So I request every individual to be looking into their own safety measures and understand what is good, what is bad, and select the social network platforms to their needs. I hope everybody understand themselves. Even the students have to start understanding, and they have to behave in a way where what is good, what is not good for them, they have to select on their own. Playing, of course, there are different types of games. Playing and all is essential for everyone in life. Now, we have to talk about the cyber crime and cyber safety, and also the most important thing is cyber security. What is cyber crime? As I told you, there's a lot of crime happening, and the crime rate is going higher and higher day by day. And that too, the age group is very important for us to understand. When you see, it's only the teenagers and maybe in between 15 to 25, you can say. That is very dangerous time what happens is that cybercrime usually is done by these type of people who are addicted. They get addicted to this, who are addicted to ensure that they can hack something. There are hackers, professional hackers who are there, to hack all the data of different people. Now, at present in this situation where mankind has ample time and the cybercrime rate has gone higher, what do you think about this, Madhu? Madhu? Can you just put in some light on cyber safety and cyber security?
There's some network connectivity issue with Madhu, ma'am.
All right. Do we have sir, parent of Abrar? All right. Anybody wants to say, Manisha?
Yeah, Dr. Lata?
Yes. Can you say something, throw light on some cyber safety measures which could be taken by the parents or, by the public to ensure safety?
Register to the cybercrime for child doc,
Yes.
where you will stop the pop-ups coming up where the children can go into unwanted sites. So
Okay.
there's a security called child lock, which we can register and put it in our laptops. So you will not have pop-ups when the children and other things. You can have CCTV scans in your laptop. When the children are using a laptop, you can scan what they are actually going through.
All right. That's nice. Anybody has got something to say about cyber safety? See, cyber safety and cyber security are two things. Cyber security is majorly done by the government, and cyber safety is done by our individual self. We have to keep ourselves safe. So how do we keep ourselves safe? That's what Madam Manisha told just now. A point that she has discussed. Anyone has something to say about it? Is Madhu available?
Madhu, he has low network issue. He's joining in another 2 minutes.
All right, great. What about Dr. Ramani Balu? Can you throw some light on it?
Ramani ma'am, can you hear us, ma'am? You have to unmute yourself, Ramani ma'am. Madhu is back.
Sorry.
All right, Madhu, let me restart the last phrase again. What I meant is, we have a lot of cyber crimes happening. We have to ensure that we individually take care of the cyber safety. And then we also have the cyber security measures that the governments provide in each and every country. So at present, in this situation where we, mankind, have ample of time with us, and the cyber crime rate has gone higher, okay, what do you think, and what message would you think about giving to the public? How are we going to take this ahead? How do we keep ourselves safe?
Okay, first and foremost, a few basic, thank you for the question. That's an amazing question. First and foremost, because like how we take care of our health, hygiene, which has become a mandatory aspect of our day-to-day life to fight a virus. If you have to take the real life case study, because we are supposed to wash our hands, use sanitizers. These are all the precautionary measures that we take for us to keeping us safe from to fight against the virus, right? That's exactly the same thing that we have to do in order to keep ourselves safe from the cybercrime in the online world as well. Now, the basic fundamental is people need to understand three basic importance. One is fundamentally cyber safety and cyber security are two different aspects of a human being's life.
Yeah,
Now,
very true.
cyber security can be provided by a third-party software which you install or apps which you install or into your computer or laptop or mobile phones or whatever electronic devices that you're using. But cyber safety is more a habit that we cultivate for our own well-being. Now, best example I can give you is how many of us will have the same, because I've been a part of a lot of cybersecurity initiatives and I listen to all the cyber experts speaking there across the world. So the common mistakes that we do as our individuals is all my social media passwords are the same, or all my debit card numbers or the PIN numbers that we use for our online transaction are same. And the biggest threat, especially today, which is for India, that is especially in the COVID period, because everybody and everything is happening online, is the identity theft. Now, that is again one of the biggest threat that has been happening, and this is primarily for the children. Identity theft is one of the biggest threat that children of today are facing because of the cyber crimes that has happened. So anybody would these games, and the other biggest thing which was taught by an IT head of my company was, now when we download any apps, it always says hello, hello, hello whenever we download an app.
Correct.
Allow us to picture, allow us to access your contact. But if you're using an app, let's say for example, you're using a non-photo editing app. Now,
Yes.
why should Amazon get an access to your contact details? Right? And why should I give Amazon the access to my photos? I'm just giving you an example. Like similar to that, if you download any games, whichever the games, especially for the kids, it asks us to click on allow for every next step that we have to take. We blindly click on allow in the hurry of playing the game, but we can just take care of not doing that, and that saves a lot of cyber theft that is happening. So this was a personal experience that I had. Now I had downloaded an app, and randomly the app had to communicate with me, but apparently one of my contacts received that message. It was supposed to be for me. And I was wondering, how did my this is my contact, all right, and that's in my phone, and nobody has access to that. I'm not given access, but how are they able to communicate my message to that? And that was a mistake that was done by that company, which gave me additional proof saying that all the companies that are asking you to, you're installing on the phone, is accessing your data day in and day out. And the second biggest worry that cyber criminals work very closely on is your photographs, right? Now, you all have your phone synced with your Google accounts. Now, your social media, and trust me, because we're talking about cybercrime and social media. Now, social media is the feeding ground of all the cyber criminals, right? Because they track every move of yours, and they're able to understand, because the best example I could give you is one of the instances, especially for kids and parents who are with us. Now, there was a parent who Instagram is very, very common. Most of them are not on Facebook but on Instagram. And parents shared that they shifted from an old house to a new area, and then they put up the kid's photograph out there. And the kid was getting into the first day of school, and parents were happy flaunting the kid wearing the uniform and going to the school. The third day of the school, the kid was kidnapped, because the parent was feeding the information for a cyber criminal for his next planning that he was doing. So whatever we do, especially for kids, primarily the college children and the school children who are, and giving electronic gadgets, because today we cannot do anything, but everything is going online. We can't avoid it, but we can always be careful. With cyber security or cyber safety, or primarily for me, cyber safety, if I have to talk about it, I usually keep giving this very basic example. Everywhere, whether it is your airplane that you travel or a bus station or anywhere,
or even for most of the houses or apartments that we live, we all have that fire extinguisher with us, right? It doesn't mean
True.
that
Yes.
you can see the fire extinguisher and it doesn't mean that there will be a fire for sure, but that's a precaution that people are taking just in case if there is a fire. Now, cyber habits or our online digital habits in terms of our own safety has to be like keeping that fire extinguisher. So even if you are taking up some small measures like this, that will save us a lot of cyber crime, and which will safeguard ourselves from cyber criminals.
But these, I mean, the parents, I think most of the parents are unaware of all these unless and until they experience. What do you say?
Absolutely. Because 90% of, especially on the cyber crime aspect or cyber safety is concerned, lack of awareness contributes to 80 to 90% of the crime that happens. Nobody knows that it is happening. And the biggest, the icing on the cake, if I have to call that, is especially issues like identity theft and all of that, which happens. It cannot be identified immediately. It's like, say, for example, tomorrow my Aadhaar card is used for something else. I'm taking the basic example. Only when somebody else is using it on some other platform, hey, I think that is my details, is when you will know that your details is stolen. Till then, you can't even know that you've been hacked. And there's a very, very fond example. And just to get, not to scare anybody, just this is an information. Do you know Reserve Bank of India, where all the money is being stored, is constantly hacked in only 2019 and 2020, is hacked 8 times in these okay. So when a very secure banking institution like that can be hacked by criminals, we are nobody. Small steps of caution, like not syncing your photos to cloud and not sharing every bit. Social media is a great platform, like what you said.
Good.
Just
Yes.
that was
Yeah. Now, social media and the cyber, basically social media, we can say there are disadvantages as well as advantages as well.
yes,
correct. So yeah, so one has to take it accordingly. You know, whatever is required, only they have to start using for that purpose. Yeah. Now you gave some good experiences, you know, and I have experienced that not only through social media and through this internet connectivities and all that, we have crime happening. There are crimes happening by people on social media. Like you say that people hack email IDs, people hack, your identity. The theft, happens through the net, through the social media. But there are people who will call you and, fool you and they steal your money or they steal your identity.
There is a series on that on Netflix. If you're familiar with that, I forgot the name. Okay. There's a very popular series on telecallers who are calling and asking for credit card information and debit card.
Yes. And
those are small guys.
Yes, and there are people who are saying that you can do work from home. Okay, and they charge a minimal amount of about $999. They charge an amount of maybe $1,499 or something like that. Very attractive prices, and they say that you can earn 30,000, you can earn 40,000 per month, and these people are there who are in fact stealing money from you. And there are so many innocent students, work from home, ladies, and who want to work from home. There are so many other people, elderly people, and sitting at home. They think that, oh, I can make some money, and what they are doing is they are getting into all this, and those people are earning money now in this way.
Absolutely.
Can I add, Dr. Lata?
Yes.
They're asking for the home, work through home. They ask your account details, your PAN card, your Aadhaar card, your how long which branches, all the bank account numbers also.
Correct.
And
very true.
ID.
Yeah.
And And then what they do is they change the photo ID, and they by the time you go to your bank to check, your amount is zero.
Yeah, very true. See,
and
all
there
these
was
are
one
happening.
case which happened, I think last week, Tim paper, one cop had been hacked with 3 times of transfer from his credit card. They took the details on the phone, and 3 times the cop was robbed with the credit card, not even us. They put a case now. They're trying to find out the cybercrime.
Okay.
So never give your details and OTP and your PAN card, Aadhaar card unless you know those people. Especially when they ask first is the account details.
Yes, true.
Thank you, Lata. Thank you.
Most welcome. And I have a senior most person here. Sir, can you just let us know your name at least? Yes, sir. You had to mute yourself, unmute yourself, sir. Can you give us some of your experiences or your thought process on how we would take this forward?
I am Prasad. Are you asking me?
Yes,
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 sir.
yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Yes, sir.
My name is N.V. Prasad.
Yes, sir.
One of
We are
the-
happy that you have joined us today.
Nice to see you talking on the very interesting subject.
Thank you, sir.
I have also experienced this type of fraud, saying that I am from SBI. You got some money to be deposited in your account. Please share your credit card number. Then when I asked what is the amount you are trying to transfer, 5,000 rupees. For that they wanted my credit card number. So then I said I am not interested in your 5,000. Why should I give you? What is the proof that you are calling from SBI? Put a message. Then they kept quiet. Similarly, I got a number of times, this is from mail. You got 5 crores from Singer company, Samsung company, Coca-Cola company. Your number is selected. You are eligible for 5 crores. You send your details. 2-3 times I reported this matter to the police, but no action taken. But I used to delete those mails because having learned, a lot of cyber crimes are going on. So far I could avoid such mails and messages.
Very
I
good.
did only so far.
Are you from Bangalore, sir?
Yeah.
Hyderabad. Okay, that's very nice. You are there. Yeah, you are there in one of our groups. Am I correct?
Yes, yes.
Yes, very good.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Yes, and also, yeah, very good, sir. Thank you so much for your inputs. And we also get some emails every time. I don't know how many people,
Exactly, ma'am. We get some emails and some messages where these people tell that.
Yeah, I am from England. I am from US, and I have my mother is sick, and I wanted to transfer some amount, so I need your reply. So we would advise nobody to respond to such emails. All that is fraud, and be very careful and educate your children also in case they have their email IDs, because all our email IDs are visible to each and everyone. So we have to be very careful in that. And if you respond, they will get to know all your details, where you stay, where you come from, and all that. And you will be hacked. And one of my friends called me once and told me, ma'am, I'm in need of some money. Can you give me money? I said, how much? She said that I need about 25,000. I said, why 25,000? What happened? Then she was scared, she was very scared to tell me. And then she said that, no, I have a friend of mine who is from Africa, and he has come down to Delhi, New Delhi, and from there, he's held up in the customs, and from there, somebody is calling and telling me that he's in the customs and he needs about 25,000 to be transferred immediately so that they allow him to come out. It was really strange to understand, why she has to pay the money and all. She said, I don't want to tell my husband because he's bringing some gifts for me, like, a gold chain, a wallet, a purse, and, some nice sandals and all that. They were gifts for her, which she was bringing because he had shown it in the net. And how he had hacked the details was from the Facebook. Her email ID also, maybe, while interacting with some friends of ours, what happens, sometimes we give our numbers, our contact numbers or our email IDs and all those, they keep it very safe. And there are, identity frauds on Facebook also. They put somebody else's, photograph and all, and behind that, there would be some other people. So these type of, frauds are going on too. Yes, Manisha, you wanted to say something?
Especially in the February and March, you will receive calls from income tax office that your taxes should be due of last year. We need your account number because if not, you will have to pay 1 lakh fine and all that. That is when they hack the most because we are paying at the tax. We are paying the year-end tax. We don't realize that it is not from the tax office. They will tell you your account number also. They'll hack off your account number also. This is the account number, ma'am. This is the bank which you are dealing account. That's a difference of amount. You have to transfer the amount. Can you give your account details? If you're busy, you will end up giving because it's from the bank. You ask them which branch, who's talking, and which area are you calling from, and take their ID number. They have ID numbers, bank people. If they cut the call, it's an hoax. It's not the real call. If they give you the ID number, bank, your name, you can tell them, I'm coming to bank tomorrow morning. I will give it personally. Don't give the information on the phone any time. And if they say, yes, you can come to the bank, you can ask for me, that means a real call for you. If they say, no, we'll take it on the phone, you tell them, no, I don't give anything on the phone. And if you're from the bank, you have my details already. Why you're asking for details? You would know if they're hackers. Especially year-end time, you get lots of calls from different information. Sometimes you say that your credit card is pending and there's a wrong transaction. We want to refund the amount. We are very happy to get the money back, but we don't realize that we are disclosing our secret. So those are the times you have to be very careful.
Very true. And somebody else wants to say something? And we also understand that...
Hello, can I speak, Ms. Vedati?
Yes, please, madam.
I feel the social media have got advantage and disadvantages.
Yes, ma'am.
And most of the time is disadvantages only. Recently, as a teacher, I received one from the WhatsApp. The teachers who worked from 1990 to 2020 can receive from the government order so and so amount, 1,20,000. Kindly pass this message to the 20 members, then you will be benefited. So mad, my teachers, my colleagues and all were passed on to me also. And as I opened and I read, I didn't have a hope on it. It is all fake only, I know that. I just snubbed it. This social media is the topic which I have taken. It's very good topic. People, you are giving awareness to the public how to go about this.
Yes,
and cyber we were talking about, that knowledge we have to give them. It's very good topic which you all have taken. I never believe, because I lost a lot of money in this as I educated myself as a teacher, well aware of the things what is going on. You will not believe, from States or somewhere, America, one fraud. He has taken nearly 1,75,000 from my side, transacted everything through Canara Bank.
Okay.
Canara Bank, very interesting this is, all must hear this. And it has happened, RBI was the main person who is interacting all this is coming. Madam, you will be getting 10 lakhs or something, they said. I lost 1,75,000. when I was in working time. So this social media, which all it comes with a waste. It's all false information, I can say. But more awareness we should give for public not to believe all in this. Okay, thank you. Thank you very
Very true,
much for
ma'am.
giving
We are
me
all
my
sharing
chance.
our experiences so the public gets to know that these are the type of fraudulent interactions happening on the social media, as well
Yes,
as
very
on
true.
WhatsApp, as well as on calls and all that, by emails and all that. And these people are sick people.
Thank you.
Actually, basically, these people who
Yes.
do such crimes, they have to be treated. Otherwise, so many people
What
are
do you say?
undergoing
No, isn't
because
it?
because of their issues. There are many people who have undergone depressions. They have psychologically, because they have lost so much of money. There is a psychological disorder which has taken place in many people,
Yes.
and many people have lost money, as well as they have lost their what do you say value, and they have committed suicides as well. There has been suicide also.
Yeah, mental torture.
Which has happened. There has been a lot of mental torture. There has been a lot of mental harassment. So all these has to stop. Yes, somebody want to say something?
They have fallen into depression, ma'am. I also have many cases, like I have seen most of them doing these things. They are investing money. These people take and run off the money.
Yes.
Yes.
So yes, very true.
Very
And
true. Very
now
true.
we have Nayan Gupta and some other youngsters here. Can you share what is your point of view? Anyone can talk about it. The youngsters, what do you feel about it? We can't hear you, Nayan.
Hello.
Yes,
You have to be a
ma'am.
little louder. Louder.
Hello.
Yes.
So yesterday I watch a video on TikTok. So
See,
on TikTok.
TikTok. Okay.
So when we download the application, so and then there is a permission will allow like for photographs or for audio. Whenever we will download the application, there is
Yeah, that is what.
option of
Whenever we are installing the application, the app will be asking you some permissions, where they'll be telling you to allow the content of your phone to share it with the application, like photos, audios, your contacts, and all. That is what Nayan is telling, I think. So, right, Nayan?
yes, yes, yes. But so many information we don't know and then
Yes.
there are many personal things will be shared and we don't aware of that.
I know.
Exactly.
Because the awareness has not been created in how to use, the social network platforms. That's very important, I think. So somebody has to educate, the other person, whoever is, whoever knows very well how to use each and every platform. Mr. Madhu is there or he is not available?
Some network issue, ma'am. He'll be rejoining again.
All right. So each one of us has to have to be educated. So we have to be very careful, because unnecessarily our student folk, our younger generation children are getting into lot of these issues and concerns. Isn't it, Nayan?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So you have to be educated. You have to try and understand, and you people have to try and learn from others. How to use, what to do, what not to
Yes,
do. So these
yes,
are the things, which comes under cyber security.
Exactly.
Sorry, cyber safety. Now, cyber security, yes, we have, the complaint box, we have emails which we can send to cyber security, government, and there are so many things what we can do. But most and
Adding
the
on to
main,
that,
yes.
one quick point, if that's okay. I hope we have time.
Yes, yes.
Great. So one small aspect which I would also like to add on to whatever discussions that we are having
I think so. What exactly happens in most of the scenario is the biggest victim of the cyber crime is also the aspect of among children or young adults is the cyber bullying that happens.
Yes.
And this, and like what you were talking about, you can anybody's identity or anybody's values can be destroyed with a click of a mouse, right? Today, because people need not have to verify facts and figures. Nobody has the patience to verify a fact and figure, whether it is charity, whether it is anything as such. So we just click on the forward button, but whatever we get on WhatsApps or even on social media, there's a lot of videos that comes up on social media. There's a lot of creation that happens. Now, for everybody, the youngsters which are there and adults that we are there, this is something that I have made it a practice on. You can take a look at any of my social media platforms. It's very easy when, especially when you're have a set of people following you and you have a huge contact list because of wherever position. It's very easy to write something negative about somebody or any institution or anything as such in the heat of the moment or the spur of the moment without verifying the facts and figures. And you only know for a fact that later on, if you have to correct yourself as well, the time is over. People are dead. Now, let's say, for example, even the children especially, 90%. Now, obesity and cyberbullying are rated as the top two from NIMANS as the issues that today's children are facing.
Very true.
And this is a foundation of, because everybody's life today revolves, because and luckily I'm glad that one of the education is previously added. Thank you, ma'am. Previously, when the social media was not there, we used to understand and listen to people. Now we have lost the sense of listening to most of this thing and verifying the facts. Because today somebody says this is available and that's available, then we just quickly jump on it before even knowing whether it is right or wrong. So we have not to share anything negative, no matter how much of power we get in terms of sitting behind the computer. If you look at cyber bullies, or like what you rightly said, these are people who have psychological disorder and they do not have the gut to face people on face to face, right? And that is why they sit in behind, and they do not have the guts even to use their own identity. So they use fake identities and fake names, all of that. So it's our duty and responsibility for ourselves as well as people around us. First, not to share anything very negative about anybody, because you can make or break somebody in just a moment, right? And you don't know what happens. Now, for a kid,
yes, we lost Mr. Madhu because I think he has some technical issues.
Anything. Children have become so vulnerable. Sorry, am I audible? Sorry, I think I've lost. Was I audible?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, Madhu.
Yeah, it's okay. You can continue, Madhu.
Great. So all I'm requesting each one of us present over here.
Mr. Madhu to sit some other place where his network is better. I think he's sitting in a place where he's having network issue. He can sit in a place where his network is better. It's somewhere some network is having a problem over there. I think because of that.
Maybe am I audible now?
Yeah, you are.
Sorry about that. So quickly, all I'm trying to make it a point is, yes, these are the issues, and these issues will continue with the emerging usage of technology that we've been continuing to do with no choice given to us. But the only way that we can protect ourselves, our families, and the friends that we are, or the extended family, is each one of us, if we take one simple step of not sharing the basic cloud connectivity of photographs, or not sharing any negative comments on anybody, or not getting into a decision-making mindset or because we have the power of sitting in front of the computer and typing anything, if we start following that, each one of us start doing it, I think we can create a more positive digital environment is what I would call it.
Yeah, very true. So each one of us has to take care of everyone, right? That is very true. And what Prasad sir also mentioned, saying that he underwent an experience, that was also very true. Manisha and Revati ma'am, so many of us, we have, come through a lot of phases in life now. The best way would be we are going to have this episodes one by one. This is the first episode of our day today in regards to the safety and cyber safety and social media. We have our second episode coming up shortly. So I would request everyone to share your contact numbers to one number which Keyser Technologies has sent right now. So in the next episode, we will also be talking how to treat these psychos. Okay, how to treat these cycles and what we have to, what steps we have to take forward so that we better our families. We have to keep our families, we have to keep our friends safe and secure. So wish you all the best and thank you so much, Madhu. Thank you so much, Prasad sir. Thank you everybody, Nayan and everyone, Dr. Ramani Balu, Madam Manisha, and the others who have all joined in today. Keyser Technologies will be expecting and waiting for the next episode, which would be how to treat the psychos.
Thank you so much, Lata.
Thank you.
Beautiful session.
Thank you.
Knowledgeable session. Thank you so much, Dr. Lata Murthy. And thank you so much.
It's very interesting.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Thank you, Lata.
Take care.
Thank you, Shan, for joining us.
Thank you, Keyser. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you very
Thank you,
much, Lata.
Prasad sir, for
Thank you for
being with
giving
us
us an
today.
excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you,
All the
Lata.
best.
Thank you.